Obviously, a lot of fouls in the game. I mean, we were outfouled 2-1, and that's clearly an emphasis of theirs. I even think before the red card that you could call foul, but that's what the playoffs are like. You have to fight for every inch. It's a big battle. It's about, sometimes field position, sometimes winning tackles, and in certain areas, I thought that our team played well and was organized, and then basically one play cost us, even though we have, I think, pretty good control of the match. And we don't really, even though we have some really good advantages, we can't convert any of them. So then we walk out of here without a goal. But, I think given everything, we put a lot into it, and we know it's only halftime, and there's a lot more to go in this series. So we'll be excited to go back home. Dave, how we doing?
Good, and you?
Good.
Just wondering, did you expect the game to be so chippy as it was today?
Yeah, we did. We talked about that. We actually spoke to the referee beforehand about it. The playoff games are never easy to ref, and they're always about, who wants it more. I expected Montreal to try to be hard, especially on our talented attacking players, and they were. So again, I think that the game was in the balance for a long time. Could have gone either way. They wind up making a play. We can't, and then we walk out 1-0. But again, only halftime.
What did you think just the red card?
I thought should have called the foul before on question, right? And then you just solve this. Then the play stops. From my angle, I thought it was an aggressive tackle. But I didn't think it was studs. I thought it was like the top of the foot. It was aggressive. I probably shouldn't speak too much on it without, I'm kind of going on what I saw on the field. Maybe a little harsh, but not sure.
Jesse, to your left.
Yeah.
Jesse, can you talk about the challenges that Matt posed to
Yeah.
just to defend him what he presented?
Good movement, smart player, good around the goal. So the frustrating thing is when a player so Donadell has time. He takes a touch, he looks up, and our line's too high, and so we let them beat us with one ball over the top, and it's 1-0 in a game that we really have pretty good control of. So it's frustrating that we don't deal with that well, and it'll set up for a challenge when we get back to New York because. It'll be a similar game plan. They'll be compact. They'll be combative, and they'll look to catch us on a counter. And so we got to do better. We've got to do better with advantages, but we'll have full confidence going back home. We'll have full confidence at Red Bull Arena. No, not really. I told the TV crew from ESPN that last year I think I had a lot of emotion coming back here, and that this time it's more about our club and our team and our quest. So this was a challenge for us to come here as a team and as a club and find a way to emerge and survive and move on in the playoffs. So it's nice to see all you guys, but that's time past. Kamar, we're hopeful he's going to be okay. It's a little bit of a hamstring strain, but I think he thinks he caught it early enough that it won't be a bigger problem. My message was it's halftime. It's halftime. And we know we can play better, and we will play better at home, but it's only halftime, so we've got to regroup and be ready to push for next week. Hi, Patrick. I think that they had a game plan. They wanted to stay compact. They wanted to try and eliminate space for Sasha and Bradley to operate. I thought in the second half specifically, that we could have played more and found more gaps in the midfield, and we were too satisfied with trying to play long balls and find Bradley off the first play. And by playing more, I think we could have now really pushed them back, and now at 0-0 in the second half really started to put more and more pressure on them. But because we made some decisions to try and play long when they weren't there, it meant that we cheaply gave the ball away, which allowed them to get out on the counter and ultimately led to the goal that they got. So we'll have to learn from that. We'll have to be better when we play at home. And no, well, listen, we'll know the game plan for them won't change much. I know that, okay? And the game plan for us won't change much. So it'll be a battle of wills once we get back to New York.